Alright! Hello, everybody! Hello, Void Dweller! Nagitona, Zarmegas, Olga, T! Oh my god, hello, T! It's been a while! Welcome back to Chaos Head NoaH! Last time. Oh my god, last time. We saved Ayase with reality bending powers. And Takumi is revealed to be like ultra super special because he can use these powers, as Senna said, even without a sword. And apparently they can use it in a much more limited way, and they're called errors when he does it. Hello, Fastal. Welcome to the stream. Oh wow, some new people. Oh my god. I can't wait to see where this goes. I love that he saved Ayase. I wonder if that's like a thing that happens on every route or if I'm like locked into an Ayase route. If so, I'm happy about that and kind of scared because doing the girl that I like the best route first, I don't know if that's something I exactly want to do. But like I kind of do but kind of don't. I don't know. It's weird. But it does feel like, based on all the art we've seen, that the pink-haired Rimi is likely the canon one, but still, I really like Ayase. So let's get back into it. And for flavor, I have the real grade Evangelion Unit 08 right next to me that I recently built. All fully decaled up, ready with the positron sniper rifle right here. You guys can't see it, but I got it right there. Alright. The floor of Age Tokyo General Hospital that housed the psychiatric ward was engulfed in silence. Ever since the earthquake had struck. I like Rimi is probably my second favorite. I really like Ayase, but that's like for personal preference. No, it was a Bandai kit. It was like a Gunpla kit, Void Dweller. Ever since the earthquake had struck, the emergency room and surgical ward had been faced with a difficult situation. Injured citizens who had lost consciousness due to unexplained symptoms were being carried into the clinic one after another. The psychiatric ward, meanwhile, was not nearly as involved in the relief efforts, nor were the outpatient facilities, allowing the latter department to conclude its operations even earlier than usual. Over the last few days, patients suffering from PTSD had come pouring in, but at least for today, the psychiatric ward had finished all of its outpatient appointments. A nurse there, Hazuki Shino, realized that she had been working non-stop ever since her shift began the night before, and that she had hardly even taken a break. This obviously left her feeling quite exhausted and, of course, hungry. Yeah, this is like, this is not from Takumi's perspective. The psychiatric ward had recently lost one of its doctors in the New Gen incidents, and the person replacing him had yet to arrive, leaving them constantly understaffed. However, despite the shortage, all that remained for today's work were some minor chores that Hazuki could pass off to the next nurse, allowing her to take some time off. Reassuring herself that she only had to persevere for a little longer, Hazuki slapped her cheeks with both hands, then began to walk through the empty lobby. Only to suddenly feel a gaze on her back. Chills ran down the nape of her neck. Goosebumps rose across her skin. Uh-oh. She reflexively looked behind her, but all she saw was a silent corridor. Not a soul was there. Huh? Miss Nurse! Uh-oh. Hazuki jumped in surprise. She had heard a voice come from an entirely different direction. The origin of the voice was a single man standing in the lobby, which Hazuki had been convinced was empty. He had called out to her the moment he first saw her. Oh, there he is. Okay, wow. Damn. Wow, she is super attracted to him and his little yaoi chin there. He was a fairly young man and appeared quite virile. His complexion was nearly faultless and looked just as, if not more, healthy. Who are you? Can I have a few minutes of your time? Ooh. I wonder if your theory is right. Someone had a theory that he was evil. I wonder. I suppose? Much appreciated, miss. He smiled awkwardly, abruptly grabbed Hazuki's arm, and started walking her from the lobby toward the stairs. Huh. Jeez. I wonder. I'm getting a vibe here. If he's the murderer or something. If they're truly going the persona route here. Hazuki, still quite bewildered, watched as the man, Suwa Mamoru, took a black ID badge from his pocket and humbly held it out to her. It was a police badge. Stopping at the landing of a staircase, Suwa looked around carefully. He seemed to be very concerned with this. Oh, yeah. Huh. Oh, boy. What did you need me for? Still having quite a bit of work left to do, Hazuki was feeling slightly restless, something Suwa seemed to understand implicitly. And then, without any form of introduction, Suwa produced a photo from his pocket. Have you seen this boy before? Depicted in the photo is the apathetic face of Nishijo Takumi. Hazuki, confident in her ability to recognize faces due to her profession, nodded her head. Nishijo Takumi. This is him, yeah? Yes, but... Hazuki's hesitation was only natural. Leaking a patient's private information could only spell trouble, even if it was to the police. But this was something Suwa had been aware of prior to speaking with Hazuki. Suddenly, Suwa's light attitude that he had been displaying up until that moment shifted to a far more serious one, and he began to speak in a low voice. I have a favor to ask. Can you let me take a teensy little peek at Nishijo Takumi's medical record? We'll keep it under the table. That's unthinkable. I can't do that. It's related to a case I'm working on, so it's really important. Now at a complete loss for words, Hazuki tried to leave, but Suwa circled around her and blocked her path. I could lose my job. I don't know. Like, this doesn't seem in character for Suwa. Or the Suwa that we know. I won't let that happen. Just do me this one favor, please. As a last resort, Suwa got down on his knees. Please stop. I really can't. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's for the sake of preventing any more victims. Hazuki had no idea what she could do to make him give up. Unable to think of any proper way to say no, Hazuki could do nothing but stammer. Huh. And we're cutting there? Yeah. Huh. Huh. Sus. I don't know. I don't know about that, dude. My god, I just realized in a lot of these mystery stories, the policeman is often the culprit. It's like both Judgment games, the freaking two out of the 3 modern Persona games. Yeah, exactly, Nagituna. Yeah, you had the same thought as me there. Like, it seems to happen it happens in Phoenix Wright more fairly often. Huh. Jeez. I was in a bit of a daze after Senna left, but I quickly shook myself out of it and dashed all the way back to my base. That's true, Void Dweller. I was looking for me the whole time. Right there, yeah. Luckily, I hadn't been confronted by Shogun or Yua on the way. In the end, I'd come back home without finding Rimi. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do his voice. With all the insanity caused by Ayase and the earthquake, the school would probably let everyone go home early. So maybe if I waited a bit, Rimi would show up. In the meantime, though, I just have to suck it up and deal with my own fear. Alone. To distract myself from my growing anxiety, I went to try and gather information about my freshly restored PC. System restore! System restore saved my ass a lot. Back in the day. Right as I thought that, the notification light on my phone, which I had set right next to my monitor, started blinking. When I opened it, I saw that I received a text. I thought it was Rimi trying to contact me, but when I opened it... Is it whose eyes are those? Oh. It's Nanami. Oh my god, it's Nanami at tomoko.ne.jp. Something crazy happened at school today. There was a suicide attempt. It was so freaky. I haven't been that scared in a while. I hope she's okay. Were you at school when it all went down, big bro? Oh, and wow! That earthquake was crazy too. It gave me a really, really, really bad headache though. Oh, what's all that about? So she kind of enjoyed being part of the spectators, huh? That's not a fucked up at all. Naturally, I didn't send a reply. I never used the text feature on a flip phone. I thought that was the most annoying shit ever. Like, seriously, having to type the number like several times to get the letter you want, like, that seems like the most annoying way in history to type. I never use those to send text. I only started using text when I got a smartphone. My very first smartphone was a Sidekick phone, which had a physical keyboard. That was amazing. I loved it. I would totally get another phone like that if they still made them. I searched online for information on Ayase. Phantasm's official homepage was still down. And none of the newspapers have reported on her either. Well, I mean, I don't think they would, given the earthquake was a big thing. I had a flip phone back in the day, Void Dweller, yeah. Back when, like, everyone had one. Well, I guess they had their hands full with the earthquake, so they couldn't really spend the time reporting on some random indie singer's suicide. Exactly. Where things were now, I had no way of figuring out how exactly Ayase was doing, so I switched topics. I really hope I am on the Ayase route. There was way more information on the earthquake than when I had checked earlier. Apparently, the death count had risen to 118, and the injured went above 300. Wow. I never thought the fatalities would go beyond 100. The epicenter was Shibuya. It seemed like the damage hadn't spread outside of it. It had been a seismic intensity 5 quake. I've never heard of T9, Olga. Jeez. That seems like a very interesting thing, but yeah. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, like, I've heard they even had games people downloaded onto flip phones. Like, that must have been some super fucking advanced flip phone. Because, like, mine came with Snake and, like, basic shit like that, sometimes Solitaire, which was pretty cool. But I can't imagine playing, like, an actual game on a flip phone like you can on a smartphone. According to one article, most of the magnetic media within Shibuya had been destroyed. Uh-oh. When I thought about how I wasn't the only one to experience such tragedy, it made my frustration erupt all over again. Yeah, BlackBerry made physical keyboard phones. But I don't like how it's, like, uncovered like that. I love the Sidekick phone, and I hope that comes back into fashion one day. The Sidekick phone was my fucking jam, and I really hope they make them one day again. I loved it so much. It was a true, undeniable tragedy. My treasured Moe... Oh, God. My treasured Moe pics and AeroJ save data. They would never come back. Even with System Restore? That aside, I couldn't help but feel this was no normal earthquake. 118 people dying wasn't normal. And of course, that abnormality had grown into a hot topic of discussion online. Oh, time for at channel. Earthquake seismic intensity 5 in Shibuya. Lots of fatalities. Strange editor. You guys think the earthquake is caused by the whose eyes are those eyes guy too? Yeah, probably. Omega says, what the hell? Whose eyes are those guys for the win? Oh, fuck you, Cleone breeder. Wait. That's... Well, we know it can't be... That's weird, because that was something that Mizuki did in AI Somnium Files. Breeding Cleone, which I think are like a sea creature of some kind. But she would never say that. Jesus Christ, how were they all such uncaring us? Wow, Takumi. Takumi is developing a lot of empathy lately. He used to be a lot more misanthropic. Like, I've noticed, like, ever since he started using his powers. That's really cool. You go, Takumi. I always knew you could do it. Name, Minabi Edu. Inomote. 684. It's like, yeah, 100%. How else would 118 people die in a sci-fi earthquake? Like, what the fuck, Lamau? I tried to think back at what had happened during the earthquake. First, I've been hit by a tremendous impact. My head, it felt like it was boiling, exploding. Even exploding even. A sensation I'd never experienced before. Getting hit by something that bad. Dying from shock wouldn't be all that surprising. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if people died from that, like, freaking head scramble. Like, psychic attack. Telling myself I shouldn't stick to just the internet, decided to watch some news on TV as well. My PC had a TV tuner. Wow, that's crazy. Back when that was actually needed. Now it's like, who gives a shit about TV? So that was why I didn't ever need an actual TV.
現在までに死者118名、重軽傷者300名以上と非常に多くの犠牲者が出ていることが分かっています。
We have received word about the unusually large number of casualties. As of this moment, there are 118 confirmed fatalities and over 300 injured.
さて、渋谷の駅前と中継がつながったようです。
We have managed to successfully reach the crew in front of Shibuya Station.
島谷さん、現地の様子はいかがですか？
Shimatani-san, what is the situation down there?
2005年に同じように震度5の地震が東京であったんですよ。その時はゼロで、なぜ今回は100名以上の被害者が出ているんですか？
There was a similar seismic intensity 5 earthquake back in 2005. However, that earthquake had no victims to speak of. So why is that there are over 100 on this occasion?
被害者の数は震度に比例するわけじゃないんです。そこには様々な要因がありまして。
Number of victims isn't proportional to what you'd expect at this seismic intensity. There are multiple factors that may contribute to
亡くなった方の死因や病院に運ばれた負傷者の容体については未だ詳しい情報が入っておりません。
Regrettably, we do not yet have any details on the causes of death, nor on the conditions of the injured who were transported to the nearest hospital.
また、渋谷区を中心に磁気メディアが全壊してしまっていることについて、今日は専門家にお越しいただいております。
Today, we welcome experts to enlighten us on the complete destruction of magnetic media, an event which only occurred specifically within Shibuya.
地質学産業研究所より林原泰造先生、財団法人地質調査環境センターより小沢幹人先生にお越しいただきました。
Oh, where's the fourth guy? We're joined here by Mr. Hayashibara Taizo of the Geological Industries Laboratory and Mr. Ozawa Mikihoto of the Geological Survey Foundation's Environmental Center.
林原さん、今回の地震について磁気メディアに深刻な被害が出た原因というのはどういうところにあるんでしょうか？
How come we don't see what the fourth guy looks like? He's probably one of the councilmen on the Council of Evil.
Shibara-san, how would you explain the severe damage caused to magnetic devices that occurred during this earthquake?
まず知っておいていただきたいのは、渋谷区
Oh,
の
okay.
地下200メートル付近には磁鉄鉱、つまり天然の磁石が多く埋蔵されている地層があるということですね。
Fuck, did I mix them up? God damn it. So this guy's the other anchor and this guy's the guest? Ah, that makes sense. Fuck me. Jeez. Alright, let me switch the voices.
Before I answer your question, we must establish one very important factor. Roughly 200 meters below Shibuya lies a chunk of magnetite. That is to say, a geological stratum with large deposits of natural magnets.
地層の分類としては火成岩層ですが、私たちはこのエリアを磁鉄鉱の谷、マグネタイトバレーと呼んでいます。
Yes, magnets. How do they work? Hello, Nate. Welcome to the stream.
In terms of how to refer to said stratum, it is classified as igneous rock, but we casually address this area as the Magnetite Valley.
地中にある磁石の谷ですね。文字通りかなり大規模な岩脈なんですよ。
It is a valley of magnets embedded deep within the earth. As its name implies, it is a rather large vein of rock, more precisely a dike.
Jeez.
ここにですね、
Jeez.
今回の地震のような大きな
What
刺
a
激が
term.
加わったとするならば、
And see here, when a major stimulus arises, such as the earthquake that just occurred,
その影響で地上に存在する磁生体、主に磁気メディアの持つ記録部に、致命的なダメージを与えてもおかしくはないんです。
it is not surprising that a consequence of such stimulus would be fatally damaging to all magnetic media on the surface, especially the components used for data recording.
何をバカな。
How absurd.
小沢先生は別の意見ですか？
Do you have a different opinion, Mr. Ozawa?
確かに渋谷の地下
Oh,
に
wait,
は
no,
巨
wait.
大なマグネタイトの岩脈があることは事実です。
God damn, wait, are these the two people or not? It felt like there were 4 people here. And like, am I dreaming or did it seem like there were 4 people, like, talking? Like, there were 2 newscasters, like a guy and a girl, and then they introduced 2 guests. But we only see 3 people there. God damn it. Fucking... Am I dreaming? What the fuck? Like... Is there a 4th dude that we can't see? Or not? Wait, what? Oh, now I'm so confused. Hello, Mirage. Welcome to the stream. Wait. Is there a 4th guy or not? No, but we definitely know that there's a male newscaster because he was the one who said, joining us today, there's these 2 guests. And they're both dudes. God. Whatever, it's not that important. But they do have faces, so they might be important. Jeez.
Very much so. While it is true there is a large dike of magnetite below Shibuya,
ですが、磁石と呼ぶにはあまりにも微弱なこのマグネタイト群にはですね、地上の磁気モーメントや安定磁場を崩すほどの力はないというのが通説になっています。
it is widely accepted that this magnetite formation, too weak to even be referred to as actual magnets, does not harbor sufficient power to disturb magnetic moments and stable magnetic fields above ground.
実際ですね、過去にも震度5の地震は何度も発生しています。過去のそれらの地震では今回のような被害はなかった。
In actuality, seismic intensity 5 earthquakes have already occurred in the past, multiple times even. Yet in those cases, no such events as the one observed during this earthquake transpired.
なので、原因は別にあるのではないかと考えるのが妥当だと思います。
Thus, I think it is reasonable to assume that the origin of the problem is different from the one you suggest.
そうは言うがね、今回の異常な犠牲者数については、ただの地震では片付けられない何かがあるのが事実なわけであり。
See, look, like there's 2 old guys talking. It's 2 different old dudes talking. But we only see one. And like this guy is probably the other newscaster. God damn it. They couldn't they couldn't afford to draw another old man. Jeez. They did this on purpose to fucking confuse me.
An interesting theory, but it is undeniable the extraordinary number of casualties simply cannot be explained by the nature of the earthquake alone. I believe we can both agree on that.
渋谷にいた人のほとんどが頭痛がしたって訴えていることからも間違いなく自鉄鋼が関係している可能性が
A not insignificant number of Shibuyan citizens reported suffering from a peculiar headache. From these testimonies, it is reasonable to surmise that magnetite is very likely to be involved.
地場ごときで100人も殺せると主張するおつもりですか
Do you mean to claim that a magnetic field could kill over 100 people?
それではここで CM です
We'll be right back after these messages.
結局詳しいことは何も分からずか
After these messages, we'll be right back. In other words, they don't know anything concrete. Right after the earthquake, there had been a huge white mist floating out of Shibuya. It had turned the sky completely white, and yet it hadn't even been mentioned on the news. When the information had been fresh, everyone made sure to report on it. But now they were acting like it had never happened. Something about that just felt wrong. Alright. Oh boy, now the hospital. Let's see if he's like wrought some carnage here. Or if he really did just leave after asking her for the record. The off-hours entrance to AH Tokyo General Hospital featured an area where ambulances could pull up alongside the building in order to deliver emergency patients. 2 ambulances were currently parked there, and paramedics are carrying those injured during the earthquake into the hospital. A doctor wearing light green surgical scrubs and the middle-aged head nurse accompanying him were loudly directing the paramedics through the process. The area around the off-hours entrance was already lined with patients waiting to receive treatment, the sheer number of which indicating how busy the doctors truly were. There were 2 types of patients getting carried into the hospital. First, the ones suffering from physical trauma. Patients would come with blood flowing from their arms, legs, and foreheads, their faces contorted in pain. While the state made them difficult to look upon, their treatment had been relegated to a lower priority. The other types were those unconscious despite showing no signs of physical trauma. These patients were prioritized. The number of unconscious people was awfully high among the emergency patients brought in from this peculiar earthquake. I do wonder something. What if the people who are more attuned to this are also the same type of people that are more likely to get reading Steiner? I do wonder. Such a high number had not been observed following the previous major earthquakes. It was an entirely new phenomenon. Moreover, the doctors were unable to explain the reason why so many of them had fallen unconscious. Another ambulance arrived at the hospital, its siren blaring loudly. With the emergency responders disembarked from the ambulance, a doctor asked the patient's condition, and a paramedic immediately responded with,
Top priority!
That was all it took. In a normal situation, the doctor would have protested, asked for more information. In such an unprecedented, chaotic situation, One would have expected that just sounding top priority would be answered by a succinct, "You don't say." And yet, surprisingly, both the doctor and the head nurse merely gave a light nod, then proceeded to help unload the stretcher from the ambulance. Oh, Ayase. Wow, she gets top priority? The person lying on the stretcher was Kishimoto Ayase. She was unconscious, yet faint moans escaped her lips. Oh, Ayase. Oh god, oh god. Paying no mind to the resentful gazes of the injured patients sitting around the entrance. The doctors and paramedics hurriedly carried the stretcher inside the hospital. Remy. You. Did you do that, Remy? Oh my god. Are you feeling guilty about that? If you did, you better be feeling guilty about that. I was suspicious of you. If you had done that to her. Remy, I don't want to believe you're that kind of person. A girl stood at that hospital's main entrance, observing the situation from a distance. Sakiyata Remi's eyebrows furrowed atop her stern expression. Her teeth sank into her lip. I do wonder. If, I think it would be a really interesting plot twist if one of the girls was a delusion. It's very much possible for Remy to actually have been a delusion. And, since we know that Takumi can make delusions real. And I can't get over the fact that Remy looks just like Sarah. Really. It could be for other reasons besides she'd be created by Takumi, but just to show there's similar people in the real world. I don't know. Sakiyata Remi's eyebrows furrowed atop her stern expression. Her teeth sank into her lip. Remy, I'm gonna be really angry at you if you did that to her. Kishimoto-san. That would be a horrible thing to do. But it's equally the fault of that stupid hospital for putting people's personal information from years ago on it. Especially as the internet age goes more. Seriously. Remy, no, my god. I am just boiling inside. I'm just boiling inside. Well, I know, yeah, that is true, Nagitona, but we know that Takumi is probably he's the protagonist. He probably does have that level of power. I'd bet he does. And he can even create a person with a history. As we saw, the flower bed has a history. So, why couldn't a person have history? Now, the more terrifying possibility is that he could do the reverse to a real person. Which would be fucking... That would be some SCP level shit. The SCP Foundation would be on his ass. in fucking seconds. If he did the reverse to a real person, literally turn them into a figment of imagination, that is a horrifying possibility. And I hope that he doesn't accidentally do that. Obviously, I was concerned about the earthquake, but Shogun was way more of an issue to me. I couldn't get him out of my head. And speaking of, my headache was more or less gone. But anxiety had already swooped right out in to replace it, as did the depression that came with being alone. I still hadn't heard from Rimi. I tried to call her myself, but it had gone straight to voicemail. Up until now, Rimi had always come dashing in to rescue me, to tell me everything would be fine. She better not be going to the fucking hospital to finish the job. God. So all days for her not to do that. Why today? Hadn't she told me that she would always stay by my side? I gritted my teeth, and then as a way to escape my anxiety, I decided to focus entirely on reconfiguring my PC. First things first, I need to fix the settings on my email software. Yeah, I think Takumi not knowing her tracks with Rimi possibly being a delusion. Because if you know, like, remember the flower bed, Takumi is the only one who didn't realize, who saw it as something new. Everyone else saw it as something that's always been there. And like with Rimi, like, everyone else always knew her. So if Rimi is a delusion that he solidified due to basically thinking of Seraton as a real person, I do wonder. First things first, I need to fix the settings on my email software. Yeah, Rimi is now real because he made her real, according to my theory. So she can do whatever she wants in the real world. It had been forever since I first set it up, so I couldn't remember exactly how to do it. So the first thing I had to do was find the instruction manual that I've been including with the email software provided by my ISP. Now, Reading Steiner doesn't do that, Nate. He would have to be actually using the Timely machine, or he'd actually have to be using sending a D-mail or something. Actually, you know what? It could, now that I think about it, things could be changing due to someone else without him knowing, and it actually could be Reading Steiner. That actually definitely possible. Too. I just realized that, but that's probably not true because he probably hasn't thought of the whole Steins Gate mechanics while I was writing the story. Despite not putting in much actual physical work, I found myself drenched in sweat. I'd nearly given up out of frustration multiple times throughout the process. It ended up eating a full hour of my time, half of which was spent trying to find the damn manual just to recover my email address. Well, now that I had it back, I should check it right away. What the fuck? Oh, God! Oh, no. Why is Nanami sending him that kind of email? And who the fuck is Chibana? Gifted... God! Look at all these fucking... Wow, look at this junk mail straight from the fucking 90s, more like. This, like, fucking, this spam emails and stuff. Like, I don't think they were this bad in the mid-2000s. They were more this bad in the early 2000s and 90s. Like, with this much fucking random spam-ass porn And like, you know, there's like the scam right there with the bank right there. Oh my god, everything is a fucking scam. Except like the NOZOMI email is just, that's creepy. Why is she sending him that? You got mail, you big dum-dum. Ugh. I could finally hear that voice again. I felt so relieved. All that pain and suffering had been worth it. I'd emailed me emails, all of which were fucking spam. Oh boy. Actually, hidden among the spam was an email with a strange subject line. Oh no. Oh no, 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 NOZOMI. Oh god. Is NOZOMI dead? Oh god. An even stranger sender. Oh god. Oh no. I groaned reflexively. What the hell? Was NOZOMI trying to prank me? Oh no. If she was, it was a pretty shitty thing to do. I genuinely wanted to punch her in the face. No, wait a minute. There was no reason for me to get an email from NOZOMI. Maybe it's like not his NOZOMI, but then it's whose eyes are those eyes? She'd never contacted me using my computer's email address before. She was just texting me on my phone like she had earlier. I would call her. And not only that. Oh no. But I had never even given her my email address. Was it just a coincidence? A fluke? NOZOMI was a common first name. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. After all, oh god. And the phrase, whose eyes are those eyes, has become so popular. Pretty much everyone was using it. There was nothing strange about it being used as a subject for a spam email. But, just to soothe my anxiety, I decided to check the contacts. Oh
結構な
no.
長文だな。
Ugh, that's pretty wordy.
さっきはチャットで話ができて楽しかったよ。
It was fun chatting with you
ちなみ
earlier.
に送信者の名前はダミ
Oh. Before anything else, though, I should mention the sender name was an
ー。僕の
alien.
名前は将軍だよ。
Oh, you fucker! You Kai Lang bullshit ass fucker! Oh my god! Oh, it's the Shogun again. My actual name is Shogun. It's the Shogun, not Shogun, but Shogun. Shogun. No, it couldn't be. No, this is Shogun.
将軍が僕のメアド知ってるはずが。
Shogun can't possibly know my email address. How would... Wait, what if Shogun had read my mind? If he'd done that, figuring out my email address would be child's play.
嘘でしょ。
That's impossible. Oh my god! So Shogun is the new Gen Killer. Ayase stands safe. I initially planned to paint her as a suicide. They don't know because nobody reported on the suicide. They don't know that she's alive. You gotta protect her.
You've outdone yourself, Takumi-kun. You get a new high score. I'm very impressed. You really are something special. But enough about that stuff. Let's talk about Nishijo Nanami-chan.
What the hell?
The two of you are siblings. So I'd love to see some juicy drama unfold between you two. Ever since the earthquake hit, Shibuya's been pretty bloodthirsty. Whether we can reach a conclusion so touching, it'll blast all the wood away in an instant. That's up to you. It's real hard to clear quests unarmed, isn't it? You're a hero.
Oh no! He wants. Wow, it's a good thing Shogun is a fucking Chunibyo. My god. He's giving him a D sword.
You're a hero. So don't you feel you deserve a legendary sword to match? I know you do. So I hope you're looking forward to what I've got in store for you.
This guy, he was insane. Why would he? Oh god. Oh no. Nanami's been kidnapped. Oh god.
At 9 p.m. tonight, I want you to come to the roof of O Front. You're going to be on TV. So make sure you put on a heroic tunic. Now then, let the quest to rescue Nanami begin. Pierce, before I forget, did you get my present?
僕は勇者なんかじゃない。ナイトハルトじゃない。
I'm not a hero at all. I'm not Nightheart. My god, this almost makes me think that his friend is Shogun. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. He was planning to finally kill me. I couldn't go. There was no way I could go. I want to run away. Rimi, I need you to protect me. Oh god, is this Rimi? Why wasn't she answering me when I tried to contact her? Maybe she'd been injured in the earthquake. But back when I'd seen Misumi-kun, he didn't mention anything happening to her. I picked up my phone and checked if I'd gotten calls or texts from Rimi.
来てない。
There's none. Rimi, where did you? Right as I thought that something stopped me. It was my text at the top of the list. I could see the text Nanami had sent me earlier. What time did she send that? Ooh, was Nanami okay? I read Shogun's email from the top to bottom. But enough about that stuff. Let's talk about Nishijo Nanami-chan. Now then, let the quest to rescue Nanami begin. What? Who's that supposed to mean? Forget that. I should just call Nanami. I have in the address book on my phone. Only 3 numbers are registered there. Rimi's, Nanami's, and the number from my parents' house. Nanami was always nagging me to call her. Every time we saw each other, she bugged me about it. Well, since she'd asked so many times, I guess I could throw her a bone. So please answer. If you don't, I'm never calling you again. I swear to God, if you got injured during the earthquake and aren't answering because of it, I'll never let you hear the end of it. Wow. Is it just me, or is Takumi, like, ever since he's gotten his powers, he seems to have really stepped into the role of a hero? Takumi. Wow. Well, that's very nice. Takumi. Maybe all that he needed was some kind of responsibility. Some kind of authority of some kind. Like some kind of way to affect change. I selected Nanami's number and pressed the call button. I put the phone to my ear. Well, of course he does need. We saw it happen with the flower bed. I heard nothing. The ringtone didn't start immediately. It was normal for my phone to take a second whenever I called with it. But right now, that 1 second of silence felt like an eternity. I was getting increasingly antsy. Like, look at him genuinely caring about Nanami. Hurry up already! Finally, it started. Uh-oh. What's that? Huh? What? Oh no! Her phone is like out, probably right outside his building. Oh my god. Oh no! Oh god, it feels like, I think Shogun. It really does seem like it could be that police officer. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god, is it gonna be like her severed hand? Oh god. In like a fucking box, is gonna be like some Seven shit? I pull my phone away from my ear. Oh god, that's the present. Oh no. An unfamiliar melody echoed throughout the room. Could it be a ringtone? Oh god, is it inside? No time for a fucking delusion. No time for a delusion. Whose phone was ringing? But with the timing, what else could it be? Like I was talking about the movie Seven, Olga, where the guy had fucking someone's head in a box. Oh god. I never heard Nanami's ringtones. There was no proof the melody I was hearing was it. No proof at all. I was getting scared now. I pressed my phone back to my ear. This is no time for delusion. I'm serious. Nanami still wasn't answering. Please pick up the phone already. Maybe I should call my parents instead. That'd be the fastest way to get a hold of her. Ignoring the mysterious ringtone I'd been hearing the last few seconds, I hung up the phone. No, don't ignore it. Please. Uh-oh. It stopped. You gotta find it. The mysterious ringtone stopped. My room suddenly grew quiet. It wasn't completely exact, but I was still sure of one thing. The song stopped. At almost exact the same time. I'd hung up the call.
なんで
What? I was becoming more and more confused. Not knowing what else to do, I started looking around the room over and over again. No matter how much I looked around, my brain refused to process any of it. You gotta try to call again and hear it. Oh god, this is like a nightmare version of when my significant other or me loses our phones. And we try to call each other to find the phone around the house. Oh god, this is like a fucking nightmare version of that. I was making myself dizzy. My mind had gone completely blank. Once again, I tried calling NOZOMI. Maybe this time the ringtone won't play. NOZOMI will answer the phone. In my days, those were the faint hopes I clung to. Takumi steps up so much. Well, I know there's stuff like that, Olga, but when we know it's in the house, location like that isn't very useful. Only for those hopes to be swiftly crushed. I do use Android, yeah. Less than 2 seconds after the call started, the happy-go-lucky melody started playing once more. There was no mistaking it. I couldn't avert my eyes from reality anymore. Hello, Arson. Welcome to the stream. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'm so worried that it's like a severed body part of hers with the fucking phone. Oh, God. Oh, God. Wait, someone actually came into the base? It's not like outside of it? Oh, my God. That's even more terrifying. How did they get in? And when? Oh, God. It's in this room. It gotta have been knowing he was unconscious during the earthquake. NOZOMI's phone was in this room. But why? Had NOZOMI forgotten it here? Yep.
Yes. Before I forget, did you get my present?
This wasn't happening. It couldn't be. It didn't matter how much sense it made. It couldn't just be true. That's true. If they can manipulate reality, they could just warp it there. I slowly lowered the hand holding my phone. I couldn't even blink. My throat was dry as a desert. Even still, I searched for the source of the sound. This time I slowly, ever so slowly, examined each and every object scattered throughout the room. I hated myself more than ever for not cleaning my room. If only I was more organized, I could have spotted where it was coming from immediately. Where the hell was it coming from? That box. The song was coming from inside of it. Oh God, oh God, oh God. It was about the size of 2 AeroJet cases. At first, I thought it was something I bought online, but there was nothing printed on it. There wasn't a shipping label either. It was sealed with duct tape. Had this large box always been here? Had it fallen from the bed during the earthquake?
Yeah.
Oh God, oh God. No. It couldn't have. I'd never seen it before. If it was something I'd bought online, I would have opened it straight away. God, this is some... this is some Ryukishi level fucking build up. I have to say! What's in the box? Fucking hell! Oh! This is some Ryukishi level fucking blue balling here. Oh god. If it was something I had sold and was shipping to someone else, I'd have sent it off the moment I sealed it up. For a second, I considered that maybe Nanami had dropped it off, but I couldn't remember her bringing in a cardboard box of this size. Which could only mean during the hour I'd been at school. Oh, hello, gone to heaven. Welcome to the stream that does not fill me with confidence. Oh, God. Someone had entered my base.
I have a present for you. I hope it pleases you.
Oh, God. Oh, God. My heart was beating out of my chest. In a panic, I went to check out a lock on my door. A chill ran down my spine. They must know how much he said he hated her. But it's clear that he does not hate her now. Oh, God. Oh, God. Earlier in the day when I wandered outside my base, I didn't remember. Oh no, he forgot to lock the door! I couldn't blame myself. At the time, I'd been suffering from a stabbing headache and I was really dizzy. That makes sense. He forgot to lock it when he was leaving. Of course he is. Conway, remember the flower bed? Welcome to the stream. I come back from school an hour later. I hadn't locked the door then either. Anyone could have easily gotten in. Was it Shogun? Had Shogun really broken in? Was I like waiting for a chance? I looked at the box again. The song was still playing. Nanami's phone was in there. I nervously lifted the cardboard box. How heavy is it? Oh god, oh god, is it her fucking hand? Oh god. No! Oh god, well we know it's not like her head, because he says, Shogun said he wanted Takumi to rescue her, or try to, so she can't be dead. But she could be like dismembered or something, like it could be like her fucking hand or something like that. Or finger. Oh god. With how heavy it was, there was no way it was just a phone inside. It weighed about the same as 500 milliliters of soda. Oh god. Yeah, Conway, something really big happened last time. He saved Ayase's life. I was hesitant to open it. I had a very bad feeling about this. I don't want to open it. I wouldn't want to either. I would give it to the police. Well, maybe not now because, you know, that police officer is acting pretty suspicious. Oh god, imagine if they find him with that. But there was nothing else I could do. I had to open it. I was too worried about Nanami. She was a total brat, but at the end of the day, she was still my little sister. Oh my god! Takumi! Oh, Takumi! Oh, you actually do love her. Well, that's good. That's a way better than how you used to act toward her. You were acting like you hated her freaking very existence. You should show her how you really feel about her more often. Nanami's phone was in the box. In other words, someone had taken her phone from her. Oh god.
Now then, let the quest to rescue Nanami begin.
that had been in Shogun's email. It's not Shogun, it's Shogun. I looked at the clock. It was already past 7:30. Nanami might be in danger. I had no choice but to open it. My heart refused to stop pounding. Large drops of sweat began tickling my foot down my forehead. With a moan, I wiped away the sweat with the back of my hand, and then I slowly tore off the shoddily applied duct tape. Please no, 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 please no. Mumbling that like a prayer, I opened the box. Oh God, that looks like a severed hand. Oh God. Oh God, that looks like a severed hand. Inside was a lump of aluminum foil packed carefully with cushioning material. I peeked fearfully inside the box, but the phone was nowhere to be seen. The song was coming from inside the foil. Sweat got in my eyes and it stung, for I knew my entire body had gotten soaked in sweat. No, I can't do this anymore. Why me? Why does it have to be me? I nearly said those tearful complaints out loud. I pleaded with Sarah down for comfort, but she didn't say anything. A myriad of delusions swirled within my head, so much so that it felt like it was on the verge of exploding. I couldn't even focus hard enough for the delusional conversation with Saraton. My mind was racing so fast, I couldn't even think straight. Yet despite the nerve shut down in my brain, that happy-go-lucky melody from the phone kept assaulting me relentlessly. I think you can shut off your call now, Takumi. I'm gonna open it. Having meat on my mind, I pinched the edges of aluminum foil with my fingers. Oh God! Closed my eyes, held my breath, and tore off the— Oh no! Why'd you do it in one go? I could hear the song even more clearly than before. I was too afraid to open my— Oh God, his eyes are closed. Yes, exactly, Conway. It's the worst unboxing video ever. I tried as hard as I could to catch my breath, but to no avail. It was fine. Everything was fine. There was nothing to be afraid of. It was a harmless prank from Nanami. Oh God, oh God. Just wait any second now. Nanami was going to burst into the room with a big smile on her face, yelling, "Surprise! Hi, I got you!" Oh God. Yes, I was sure of it. There's no reason to even consider anything else. When she did that, I lay into her like never before. Then I'd never talk to her ever again. Come on, Nanami, prove me right. Oh God! The fucking build-up! I had to open my eyes. I couldn't keep staring at the darkness. No, looking at it was only making things worse. All it did was force me to imagine what horrors might be inside. I couldn't handle any more terrifying delusions. And so, I slowly opened my eyes and bracelet. Oh god. Shogun must have used a D-sword to do this. Oh god, we knew it, we knew it. Oh god, oh my god, Nanami. We know it's Nanami because of the fucking bracelet. Oh god. Oh god. Lying in the foil was a hand. A cleanly severed, slender hand. Grasped in that hand was a phone identical to mine. And wrapped around its wrist was... Yup. Oh, it's a cute bangle! Okay, then I'll take it off your hands. Oh god! That is the worst foreshadowing ever. Oh god! So, what do you think? Does it look good on me? Oh god. Stop the fucking call! The yellow leather band that turned crimson. The bangle. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
ここからは少し専門的な話になりますが。
Oh my god. Oh god.
What I'm about to discuss from this moment forward will get rather technical.
君は元医師だろ。患者に説明するように分かりやすく簡潔に話してもらえるとありがたい。
You're a former doctor, are you not?
It would be most appreciated if your explanation remained clear and concise.
Much like you would be with a patient.
努力しましょう。
I will strive to do so.
さて、人間の脳の中にある何億という脳細胞。それらは細い神経の糸を出し合って、それぞれに手をつないでいるような格好をしています。
Now then, within the human brain are hundreds of millions of cells. Each of these cells are linked together by microscopic slender threads. You might think of these as if a circle of people were clasping hands.
しかし実際には各神経の先端にある手と手の間にはごくわずかな隙間が空いているんですよ。
In actuality, however, positioned at the edge of each nerve lies an extremely narrow space between these sets of aforementioned hands.
Synapse.
脳細胞に情報の電気信号が送り出されると、
Yeah.
その神経の手のひらから極小の物質ドーパミンがボールのように飛び出してきます。
When information is sent via electrical signals to a brain cell, Microscopic molecules of dopamine are transmitted to the palm of the cell's hand, perhaps akin to a thrown ball.
Yeah, he's greatly simplifying it, because there's tons of other neurotransmitters.
それは反対側の神経の手のひらにキャッチされ、再度情報の電気信号に変わってまた隣の脳細胞に伝わっていく。
The brain cell on the receiving end then catches these particles, converts the information contained within them back to electrical signals, then repeats the process with its neighboring cells.
脳の構造は簡単に言うとその繰り返しです。
Simply put, the brain is structured around the repetition of this process.
我が社が開発した第二世代 NOAH2 はこの部分に干渉することで
Oh, that's the psychic attack.
The second generation NOAH2, developed by my company, interferes with this mechanism.
人に疑似的な映像を見せることを可能としました。
And allows us to show people artificial images.
Yeah, their whole gimmick is the mind control.
ホログラムのようなものか。
Something akin to a hologram.
あるいは幻覚かな。
Or perhaps a hallucination.
幻覚の方が近いでしょう。ですが明確に違う点として、その疑似的映像は確かな存在感があるものとして映るということです。
It would be closer to a hallucination than a hologram.
Yeah, those would be just, neurotoxins. But, this is like a simplified, Shiyamaru does some scientific research a lot, but on other scientific researches he doesn't. It's really interesting. I think, he did a lot of scientific research in Steins Gate, but then messed up some other very basic shit in Steins Gate. So it's different. Either way, with each universe and each visual novel, you just roll with the information they give you. It's easier in some than in others. And usually the older it is, the more they get wrong, which makes sense.
However, the distinct difference between those concepts is that the artificial image possesses weight, a definite presence.
人間の目、視覚というのは実に興味深いものです。
The human eye, our sense of sight, is truly most fascinating.
視野は単眼の場合、鼻側60度、耳側100度程度。 両眼の重複視野は120度で、周辺視野を含めれば180度から200度もの視界が広がっているんです。
The field of vision of a single eye extends to approximately 60 degrees nasally and 100 degrees temporally. In addition, the overlapping fields of vision for both eyes is 120 degrees. And when inducing the peripheral vision, it reaches from 180 to 200 degrees.
その一方で、以前ご説明したようなデッドスポットもまた存在する。
And yet, within these impressive measurements, there are, as I previously detailed, dead spots.
脳にとって視覚とは
talking about that again.
最もつながりの深い部位です。脳はそのおよそ 80% を視神経情報の処理のためだけに使っている。
Sight is without a doubt the sense which is the most deeply connected to the brain. Around 80% of the brain's usage is dedicated to the processing of information obtained through the optic nerves.
その点については300人委員会も注目しておる。
The Committee of 300 is paying close attention to these subjects as well.
人間の視覚にはまだまだ謎が多い。
The human sense of sight remains immersed in mystery.
世界中で研究テーマとして上がっているものだけでも1000以上に及ぶからね。
It's the same guy.
Around the world, even counting only the facets of research that specialize in it, you will find well over 1,000 topics involving the matter.
アメリカで数年前に発行された行政命令、機密の人体研究に対する保護の強化。
Several years ago, the United States of America produced a memorandum named Strengthened Protections for Human Subjects of Classified Research.
というのは委員会による圧力ですか?
Was that a consequence of the committee's pressuring?
圧力ではない。これは選定だよ。
No, it did not arise from pressure. It was a selection.
300人委員会はどこの馬の骨とも知れん研究者がこの分野に足を踏み入れることを歓迎せん。
The committee of 300 does not welcome the prospect of some researcher of unknown origin setting foot into this field of study.
当然ながらアメリカだけではなく世界各国に
We
も
know who
同
that
様の
was.
指示は出ている。
Naturally, those instructions weren't given solely to the United States, but to other countries across the globe as well.
我が国は随分自由のようですね。私のような人間を放置しているぐらいですから。
Our country is quite the freedom in comparison. It does not even enter the actions of a person such as I.
勘違いしてはいかんな。何のために我々がいると思っている。
Don't be misled. What purpose do you think we're here to serve?
君はすでに選定済みなんだよ。
You have already been selected.
だからこそ君には何よりも成果
Oh
が
no, it's that guy.
You have already been selected. Thus, your actions are expected to bear more fruits than the commoners.
300人委員会をも出し抜けるような成果というわけです。
Results that would surpass even the committee of 300s, you mean?
うかつな口を聞くなと言っておる。
I advise you to avoid such careless speech.
今はまだ我らの真の目的を誰にも悟られてはならない。
For the time being, we mustn't allow anyone to learn of our real objective.
たとえ委員会に対してもね。
Not even the committee.
これは失礼。
Pardon me for speaking out of turn.
説明を続けたまえ。
Ooh, so they're like going rogue from the committee. NOZOMI.
You may resume your explanation.
ノア2が生み出した疑似的映像は視神経パルスに変換して電磁波として照射します。
The artificial images produced by NoaH 2 are converted into optic nerve impulses and radiated as electromagnetic waves.
対象の皮膚や頭蓋骨を貫通して直接ドーパミン受容体、つまり先ほどの説明でいうところの手のひらにキャッチさせるのです。
They penetrate the skin and cranium of the person targeted by them, and are then intercepted by the dopamine receptors, which I previously referred to as the palm of a hand.
そしてデッドスポットへと最終的に落とし込まれる。
And ultimately, the process terminates by inserting the images into the subject's dead spots.
特に G レートの高いエリアの人々は空中の映像パルス信号を敏感にキャッチします。混乱した脳はその疑似的映像を現実だと判断することになります。
People who reside within the...
Oh god damn these cats. Oh jeez. Coco climbing things and knocking things over.
People who reside within areas where the G rate is high are particularly susceptible to airborne image-based impulse signals. In these instances, their brains, in a confused, more receptive state, will pass artificial images as real.
これが 人間の視界の中に無から有を作り出すメカニズムです。
This is the mechanism through which we're able to produce something from nothing in the eyes of the population.
ノア2を用いれば街中のどこを見ても先生の選挙ポスターだらけなどという芸当も容易というわけです。
If I may provide an example, through the use of NoaH 2, it would be a simple matter to make people see your campaign posters wherever they traveled.
ただし、あくまで人々のバイオリズムが高い状態であることが条件です。
However, one prerequisite must be fulfilled. The people's biorhythms must be in a high state.
幻覚によって意志を誘導するか。沈黙の兵器とシステムは同じというわけだ。
Here we go, an actual real glossary note.
Inducing will through illusions. It is a mechanism quite comparable to a silent weapon.
Devices designed to implement mind control on a global scale. Yep. They allow for the automation of society and enslavement of all humanity except for the few elite. Ooh. Based on Takumi silent members weapons for quiet wars here in the United States. My god, that's chilling. Jeez.
条件さえ満たせば対象の見ている世界を自在に書き換えることができる。
As long as the requirements are met, one may transform the world perceived by the subject as they see fit.
それはギガロマニアックスと同等の力ということか。
Oh, here we go. Oh, wow. Oh, that's a badass term. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that's probably what Takumi is.
Does that mean its power equals that of a gigalomaniac?
Dang.
その通りです。ノア2は機械仕掛けのギガロマニアックスと言ってもいいでしょう。
Ooh, wow. So that's probably what Takumi is.
That is correct. NoaH 2 could very well be described as a mechanical gigalomaniac.
理論値通りに稼働を始めればギガロマニアックスたちと同等いや近い将来それ以上の能力を再現できるようになります。
If it begins operating according to theoretical values, it will soon be able to reproduce a power that is equal to, no, greater than that of a gigalomaniac.
だが効果の有効範囲はどうなっている？
Exactly the range.
電磁波は垂れ流しなのかね？
But what of its practical range of effect? Wouldn't the electromagnetic waves leak into the surrounding area?
それでは汎用性という点がおろそかになる。
If so, that forgoes any hope of multiplicity of use.
我々は無差別な洗脳を望んでおるわけではない。対象は選定できなければ無意味だぞ。
We have no desire to conduct indiscriminate brainwashing. Subjects are meaningless, they cannot be precisely selected.
ご心配なく。そのために機能因子を用意してあります。
I was thinking that as well, Conway. Like, does that mean there are Terralomaniacs, Exalomaniacs? Like, yeah. Exactly. And how does the D sword fit into this?
Worry not. A certain factor has been implemented for that very purpose.
モニターをご覧ください。
If I may direct your attention toward the monitor.
なんだこの小汚い連中は。
Oh, wow, this is very well done CG.
What is with these low-life scum?
我が社ではポーターと呼んでいます。
Within my company, they're what we call porters.
言い換えればマインドコントロールのための部隊といったところでしょうか。
Oh, that's what she destroyed. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. That's what Senna destroyed. I knew that he was like spreading mind control.
More precisely, one could perhaps refer to them as mind control units.
彼らが背負っているリュックの中にはノア2のパルス波を送受信するためのポートが入っています。
Within the rucksacks, they carry our ports, devices designed to serve as transceivers for the impulses originating from NOAH 2.
ポートは信号を受け取るとリモートで周囲へと放出するわけです。
These ports receive the signals and emit them remotely out into the surrounding region.
So they're like freaking routers, basically, for the mind control.
歩く端末というわけか。それならば有効範囲の制限などない等しいな。
Portable terminals in some. Through them, restrictions on the effective range of effect are eliminated.
限定的使用も問題ないことになるね。
Operating it in a limited fashion becomes a non-issue as well.
状況は理解した。貴様は引き続き計画を続行したまえ。
I understand what you're proposing. You may continue proceeding with your plan.
ただし、300人委員会に悟られるような言動はくれぐれも慎むよう。
However, please refrain from taking any action that could alert the committee of 300.
あとは何人犠牲を出そうと構わん。
Aside from that, I care not how many victims must be sacrificed.
ご理解いただきありがとうございます。
I am deeply grateful for your understanding.
それでは、ポーターとして使える人材を提供していただきたいです。
With that, I would like to request that you provide me with personnel suitable to serve as porters.
手配しよう。
We will make the arrangements.
それと引き続き、先生方にはメディアのコントロールをお願いいたします。
As well as that, it would be most appreciated if you gentlemen could maintain control over the media.
すべては我ら3人の目指す理想のため。
All is for the sake of we three's long-sought ideal.
What? Back to reality. Oh, not reality. Tauki. Hey, Tauki. Can you hear me?
聞こえてるよ、セーラタン。
Yeah, I can hear you, Seraton.
あのさ、もうこのゲーム終わりにしようよ。
Oh no. Fuck you. So, I've been thinking, we should just quit the game.
ゲーム
Game?
ナナミッチはタッキーの大事な妹だってのはわかるけど、きっともう手遅れだよ。
I know that Nanamichi is your precious little sis, but it's probably already too late.
そんなこと
It can't be too late.
そんなことないよ。
It can't be.
だって腕を切り落とされちゃったらさ、普通出血多量で死んじゃうっしょ。ゲームだったら違うかもだけど。
I mean, when y'all get your arm lopped off, you should bleed to death from it. Might be different if we were in a game, though.
なんで
Why?
なんでナナミ
Hi, NOZOMI.
もうさゲームオーバーなんだよきっと
I'm sure it's already game over.
早くゲームをやめないともっとたくさん人が死んじゃう
If y'all don't quit the game fast, loads of people will die.
でもセイラタンだって悪いやつと戦ってるじゃないか
Yeah. Freaking fight against her, Takumi. But Seraton, you always beat up the bad guys.
だって私は
Well, that's cause
アニメだもん
I'm from an anime. Oh, he's taking the Seraton figure with him. He's forcefully threw Seraton's figure inside the inner pocket of my uniform.
助けなきゃ僕が
Takumi. Takumi, like, wow. Character development for Takumi. I have to save her. I brought Seraton as a good luck charm. I see. In a normal situation, I never get caught dead carrying around a figure. Because it could get damaged, obviously. Destroying your precious wife was the most horrible thing an otaku could do. Right now, I couldn't bring myself to abide by my usual policies. I needed the emotional support above all else. And on top of that, I might not live to see another day anyway. I took one last glance at Seraton. Her head was sticking out of my pocket, and by doing so, I managed to hold back the tears that were on the verge of flowing out. Suddenly, someone bumped into me from behind, making me stumble. I turned around to see some GQN staring at me with an annoyed look. And much as I was surprised, he didn't say anything. He simply vanished into the crowd. I looked around. I was at Scramble Crossing. The crowd was so huge, it was hard to believe it was 9 p.m. on a weekday. Not to mention the very same day an earthquake had killed 100 people. I felt like I was suffocating waiting for the pedestrian signal. People were surrounding me from every direction. And for some reason I wasn't aware of, the media was flooding in too. Uh-oh. People with huge TV cameras were forcing themselves onto the road, halting traffic. The flashes coming from them every couple of seconds nearly blinded me. Uh-oh. A group of people were very likely reporters giving passionate speeches to their respective cameras. A few policemen were attempting to shoo away the mass media and pedestrians standing in the road, but gaining back control of the situation seemed pretty much impossible. It was like a paradise for people without cars. I'm not tired. Wait. I'm actually not tired. Are they holding some kind of event? Why this late? Why today? Considering 100 people had died, this was definitely bad taste. Did they have any kind of respect? And if there was an event, it was crazy that even the mass media was joining in on the insanity. Japan was over. Not that it mattered to me.
助けなきゃ。僕が助けなきゃ。
I have to save her. I have to save her. The place Shogun had told me to go was Ofront. A building which sat right in front of Scramble Crossing. The one with Tatsuya and Star Bricks located inside it. I really didn't want to come alone, but I couldn't get in touch with Rini no matter how many times I tried. And the police were probably still mistaking me for the Newjohn culprit, so I couldn't go to them. But the time Shogun had set was getting closer and closer, and I was too worried about Nanami to stay home, so I had no choice but to go there while holding on to Serotan. I carved a path through the sea of people and somehow managed to get inside Ofront. Unfortunately for me, it was pretty crowded inside, too, but I didn't have the strength to be upset about it. The only thing on my mind were prayers for Nanami's safety. Ah, I love how he's stepping up. I took the escalator that led to the upper floors. Using one of the windows inside the Starbricks, I was able to look down towards Scramble Crossing. Now that I was looking at it from above, it was even more crowded than I thought. And they weren't just standing there either. Some were waving, some were jumping, and some were doing both. Countless dark heads bobbed up and down. It was even more blinding now than when I was down there. Felt like all the lights were pointed at me. With each new floor the escalator brought me to, my heartbeat got faster and faster. I took out my phone to chart the time. It was 1 minute left before 9 p.m., the time he'd set. Thought of Shogun killing Nanami out of anger. Terrified me so much that I started sprinting up the steps of the escalator, pushing aside anyone in my way. I changed to an elevator to access the top floor. I didn't know how to get down the rooftop after that, but as I wandered around, I spotted an emergency staircase. No one stopped me as I shot through it, successfully made my way to the rooftop. I have a feeling the showdown with Shogun is going to be a huge thing. So, it's about time, and this is probably going to be a huge thing. So, I do want to start it fresh, unless we're going to get a chapter break very soon. I don't know how long this is going to be. This will be pretty long? Okay, good. I am so fucking hyped. And I cannot wait for next time. Oh my god. Seriously. Oh my god, this is gonna be fucking insane. We have so Takumi is probably what it's called, a gigalomaniac. But wow, oh my god, that is fucking crazy. And choices will be involved? Oh wow. So yeah, that's gonna definitely, oh god. Oh god, Nanami, oh god. Oh, that is horrible what happened to her. Fucking hell. Oh boy. Oh my god, what a fucking chapter. Until next time, you guys, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.